The Simca 1000 stands as one of the most surprising success stories in automotive history. At first glance, it looks like a simple compact sedan, built for practicality and everyday family life. But behind its friendly shape lies a journey filled with ambition, innovation, motorsport passion, international collaboration, and an impact far greater than anyone could have imagined. Produced from 1962 to 1978, the Simca 1000 became a car that people didn't just drive. They lived with it, raised with it, grew up with it, and remembered it with love decades later. This is a story of how a small French car, born from an abandoned Italian dream, turned into a timeless legend. To truly appreciate the Simca 1000, we must rewind to the late 1950s. Fiat, one of Italy's automotive giants, was working on a new compact sedan. Europe was changing fast. Cities were becoming crowded, roads were evolving, and families needed something efficient, modern, and affordable. Fiat engineers developed technical concepts while designer Mario Boano molded elegant Italian lines that would later define the car's personality. Everything about the project looked promising. But industries changed direction, and so did Fiat. They shifted focus toward the Fiat 850 and placed this small sedan project aside. For a moment, it looked like the idea would disappear forever. But destiny stepped in wearing a French badge. Simca, a French car manufacturer closely linked to Fiat, so what Fiat chose to leave behind. Where others saw a canceled project, Simca saw opportunity. They took the unfinished idea, refined it, reshaped it, engineered it to their vision, and breathed life into it. Soon, the forgotten Italian blueprint emerged proudly as the Simca 1000. This origin story explains why the car carried Italian elegance wrapped in French engineering genius. It wasn't just a car built in France. It was a shared creation, Italian passion blended with French practicality, and that gave it character unlike anything else on the road. Technically, the Simca 1000 was full of smart choices. It used a rear-engine, rear-wheel drive layout, a design normally found in sporty or exotic cars rather than everyday family sedans. Placing the engine at the back improved traction, helped stability on slippery roads, and allowed a flat cabin floor inside. Despite being compact, the interior felt surprisingly spacious, comfortable, and cleverly arranged. Families appreciated the practicality, while drivers enjoyed the lively and balanced handling. Of course, it wasn't flawless. Early swing axle suspension setups required careful driving in sharp turns, and engine sound was more noticeable than in front-engine cars. But instead of becoming weaknesses, these traits gave the Simca 1000 personality. It didn't just move you from place to place, it gave you a driving experience. Then came the transformation nobody expected. This gentle family car suddenly discovered a wild side to the legendary Simca 1000 Rally series. The Rally 1 brought energy, sharper response, sporty aesthetics, and a playful spirit that made every drive feel exciting. The Rally 2 amplified everything: more power, stronger performance, sport-inspired interiors, and striking visual details. And then came the mighty Rally 3, a rare and fearless machine created in limited numbers with incredible performance for its size. Lightweight, fast, and shockingly capable, the Rally 3 proved its worth on rally stages, challenging cars far bigger and more powerful. Wherever it raced, it earned respect. Wherever it appeared, it inspired passion. Suddenly, the Simca 1000 wasn't just a family car. It was a competitor, a warrior, and a symbol of determination. Design brilliance continued through the stunning Bertone Coupe variant. Created by the world-renowned Italian design house Bertone, this special version elevated the Simca 1000 into something artistic and elegant. With its sleek two-door body, sculpted lines, and sporty profile, the Bertone Coupe looked far more expensive than it truly was. It balanced beauty with simplicity, performance with practicality, and style with authenticity. Produced in limited numbers, it became one of the most desirable versions of the Simca 1000, treasured today as a rare expression of European automotive creativity. During its production life, the Simca 1000 became much more than just another car on the road. It became part of people's lives. It helped families travel, supported daily routines, and created memories along the way. More than 1 million units were sold, turning it into one of Simca's greatest achievements. It was affordable without feeling cheap, simple without being boring, and compact without being uncomfortable. It represented independence for young drivers, practicality for families, and opportunity for enthusiasts. Today, the Simca 1000 lives on in the world of classic cars with pride. Standard models are treasured for their charm, character, and nostalgic appeal. They are loved for being honest, friendly, and beautifully simple. Meanwhile, the rally variants, especially the extremely rare Rally 3, have become legend in collector circles. Their performance history, scarcity, and fearless character make them highly valuable and deeply respected around the world. The Bertone Coupe, too, stands as a jewel, admired for its elegance and timeless design. But beyond numbers, engines, and statistics, the Simca 1000 carries something deeper: soul. It reminds us that greatness does not always come from luxury brands or massive engines. Sometimes, greatness comes from courage, collaboration, and creativity. It comes from cars that dare to be different, that evolve beyond expectations, and that earn love not through price but through personality. The Simca 1000 began as an abandoned dream, became a French bestseller, turned into a racing hero, evolved into an Italian-styled icon, and finally transformed into a beloved classic. Even today, enthusiasts proudly restore them, race them, display them, and share their stories. Every surviving Simca 1000 represents history. It represents passion. It represents a time when cars were simple, emotional, and full of character. And that is why the Simca 1000 is still remembered, not just as transportation, but as an unforgettable chapter in automotive history. Small in size, massive in legacy, the Simca 1000 will always remain a car built not just with engineering, but with heart.